old expression, each to their own, is easy enough to say. But some people have really taken the idea of marching to their own beat a step further. Whether it's by choice or unavoidable circumstances, today we're going to meet a sewer dweller, a guy in need of a barber, and some people who take man's best friend to new levels. Hold on tight, subscribe to the channel, and let's take a look at these 10 people who live a strange life. Number 10. Water Woman. Ronnie is a 65-year-old woman from West Bengal in eastern India who leads a heartbreaking life. Ronnie lives in a tiny remote village plagued by poverty. In 1998, she developed a strange skin condition that, while treatable elsewhere, Ronnie had no means to soothe. The condition left her entire body inflamed and sore, until soon, nearly every part of day-to-day life was nearly unbearable. Desperate for relief, Ronnie waded out into the lake one day and found out that the water brought her relief. Now she spends 12 to 14 hours a day in the lake where locals visit her, come to chat, and bring her food. If you think Ronnie is living a peculiar life, just wait until we get to our number 1 entry, a man who lives a life at war with nature. Number 9. The Iron Lawyer. Paul Alexander lives a life that seems strange, but now was, at one time, tragically common. When Paul was just 6 years old, he stumbled inside after playing in the yard all day. He was weak and feverish. After a single look, his mother broke into tears. The polio endemic had reached their family. Not long after, Paul lost the ability to walk, swallow, or even breathe. In order to keep him alive, Paul was placed in an iron lung, a large machine designed to breathe for him. Ever since then, he has been locked inside his iron prison. In 1952, when he's diagnosed, iron lungs lined miles of hospital corridors and rooms full of them covered in entire hospital wings. Yet today, 74-year-old Paul Alexander is one of the last living people in one. From inside his personal vault, however, Paul has earned his law degree, passing the bar in 1984 and practicing law in Dallas until a few years ago. Before we go on, like this video, pop the subscribe button, and ring the notification bell right now, or the ghost in your closet will manifest itself tonight. Number 8. TMNT Dream Home. Our last 2 entries have been afflicted by tragic circumstances and live their strange lives out of necessity. But now, we're going to meet a few people who do so by choice. With 2.8 million people, Medellin is the second largest city in Colombia, and until the mid-90s, it was a hotbed for an international drug war that saw thousands murdered. As the city struggles to rebuild, many people have found themselves homeless or squatting. One of those people is Miguel Restrepo, but if you ask him, he is anything but homeless. That's because for 22 years, him and his wife have lived in an abandoned sewer. While they may sound like a grimy and unpleasant way to live, the couple have equipped the tiny place with a stove, a fan, a bed, and the couple even has a dog named Blackie. Number 7. Up an Arm. One day in 1973, a man named Sadhu Amar Bharati raised his arm as a spiritual symbol, and like a man with a long unanswered question, he has remained like that for nearly 50 years. Mahant Amar Bharati left behind his wife and kids in 1970 and became a monk, devoting himself to the Shiva deity. Since his arm has been raised so long, he has suffered irreparable damages. The arm is extensively atrophied. His muscles have essentially melted, and even if he wanted to lower his arm at this point, it is likely that he would require a medical team to do so, and the damage of doing so may well result in amputation. For now, it would seem as long as his hand remains elevated, his situation is unlikely to get notably better or worse. Number 6. Rapunzel. For even longer than Sadhu Amar Bharati has had his hand in the air, Nguyen Van Chien has gone without a haircut for years of his life. Nguyen left school after 3rd grade, and fearing that haircuts caused gradual and fatal outcomes to his health, much the way we might view smoking, he vowed never to cut his hair again. Nguyen is now 92 and his hair stretches an incredible 5 meters in a single heavy dreadlock. Explaining his decision, Nguyen has said, quote, "I believe if I cut my hair, I will die. I dare not to change anything, not even combing it. Considering Nguyen will be turning 92 this year, who knows? Maybe there's something to it. With that said, it might be worth noting that Nguyen is also a follower of Dao Dua. Also known as the coconut religion, Dao Dua advocates eating only coconuts and drinking only coconut milk. This religion is relatively new, starting in 1963. It was founded by Vietnamese scholar Nguyen Tham Nam, who was known to his followers as the Coconut Monk, Prophet of Concord, Uncle Hai, or believe it or not, his coconut chip. The coconut religion is illegal in Vietnam, so not only is Nguyen a hair-growing machine, he is also a bit of a rebel. Number 5. Human pups. As of the past few years, more and more pictures of human pups have surfaced online and in the media. Since the 2016 documentary, The Secret Life of Human Pups, aired on BBC's Channel 4, increasing numbers of people have been going public with their previously hidden lifestyles. Much like the now well-known furry community, the world of human pups have two distinct sides, a sexual side and a non-sexual side. While some people incorporate sex into their life as a pup, many others consider it a platonic lifestyle and instead see it as an opportunity to explore the carefree, playful aspects of their personality. Despite many people having a tough time understanding this lifestyle choice, many others say that living the human pup lifestyle has had extremely beneficial effects on their mental health and overall happiness. Number 4. Ronnie and Donna Gallian. While many siblings are close, it wouldn't be entirely inaccurate to say that Ronnie and Donna Gallian were joined at the hip. That's because they were in fact the world's oldest conjoined twins. When the pair were born in 1951, it was very rare for conjoined twins to live a long life. But in defiance of statistics, the pair lived to an age never before foreseen in conjoined twins, when they passed away on July 4th, 2020 at the age of 68. Number 3. Castaway. In 1989, Mauro Raimondi was captaining a small catamaran near the 7 islands that comprise Madalena Archipelago National Park when his craft became crippled with his engines blown and his anchor adrift. He washed up on the Budeli Island. Upon arrival, he fell in love with the island and decided to simply stay. While the island isn't inhabited in the traditional sense, it is an occasional tourist spot, meaning an island groundskeeper is necessary year-round. Fortunately for Mauro, the island's current groundskeeper was leaving and the job was available. So for the past 31 years, Mauro has lived alone on the island, receiving deliveries of food every week or so from friends. Mauro also maintains several social media accounts that he uses to keep people informed of different things he's doing on the island. Number 2. No money, no problems. Daniel Schellebarger, more commonly known as Daniel Swellow or simply Swellow, decided in 2000 to quit using money altogether, and for 17 years he didn't earn or spend a single penny. Swellow lives in a cave near Moab, Utah. Strangely though, Swellow isn't the only person living this way. Other notable people who live without money include Heide Marie Schwärmer, Mark Boyle, and Tomi Astakainen. While Swellow still does his best to live without money, he is also a man with a strong sense of family. And in 2017, he moved back home to help care for his elderly mother. Something that does occasionally require him to carry out transactions with money. Number 1. Arctic Man. Slava Korotki is a meteorologist who lives all alone on Kotovarica in the far north of Russia. The island is home to little else besides Slava's hut and a lighthouse, with the nearest sign of civilization being over an hour away by helicopter. Slava's unique lifestyle has made him the subject of documentaries and news articles the world over. But even though he is isolated with other research teams showing up annually, at best, and only the stunning scenery of the Arctic Circle to keep him company, he seems pretty content with his current lifestyle. That's all for 10 people who live a strange life. Which story was your favorite? Do you lead a strange or unusual lifestyle? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoy the video, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to Trend Joint for more incredible videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.